So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you how to create a water drops with emoji using HTML and CSS. Let's dive right into the code. Let's open the Visual Studio. Let's open the folder. So if you guys have not created a folder, you can also create a folder. Now I am going to create a folder called as water. Then I'm going to select the folder. After creating the folder, let's create the files inside the folder. We require only two files. One is HTML, the other one is CSS. Now let's create both the files inside the folder. Index.html. So always when you're starting your HTML code, the first file should always be a index.html file and styles.css. This is for styling the web page. So here I have created the two files. One is an HTML, the other one is CSS. Now let's start with an HTML structure. Now let's start typing the code. Doc.html is an optional. It is not compulsory that you need to use in the code. You can just ignore it and you can start with your HTML tag. We have a simple HTML file with a head and body section. In the head section, let's add the title of our web page and link to our CSS file. So we'll go inside the head section and we're going to add the title. So title, I'll be adding it as water drops. This you can add as per your requirement. Water drops. Next, I'm going to add a link of a style sheets. Ref equals to, I have created a name called styles.css. So you'll be getting a file like this. You need to just enter. So once you create this, you need to close. After creating an header section, now let's move to the body section and let's start creating the main class. Now we will create a div class and we will name it as container. So div class equals to container. This container will hold our water drops styling. So now under this we'll be creating the other class named as drops. Class equals to drops. Style equals to I'm just mentioning the color over here. So once I create this, under this again I will be creating a div class with the name of content. So this content will hold our text and emojis. So when I create any heading or paragraph or emoji styling, so I can use a content class name for styling the web page. So under this thing, I'll be creating one heading like H1 and I'll be giving it as a number. I'll be creating again heading 2 and I'll give some emojis unique number this unique number will be giving you down of my description, so that you can also get a link in your in my description, and you can also use a different kinds of emojis which you have required. Now I am going to create a paragraph. Just I'll be giving it as like my name is Joy. I always make everyone happy. Any paragraph you can give. It's your wish. Then after that I'm going to give some link. So I'm not just giving a link. I'm not just linking one page to another page. I'm just giving a link, and I'll be naming it as my emoji. So this is a simple code. So after this creating, we will just see the output, how it looks. So the output looks like this. So for this, we have to use CSS now. So now let's move to the CSS file to see how we can add the styles for this water drops. Okay. So now let's move to the CSS file. For CSS file, I am going to use a Google Fonts. So I'll be going for the Google, and I'll be just typing. You can just type it as Google Fonts. I'll be giving in a description also. You can also get a link over there. So I'll be using W3 Schools, and I'll be using this link. This I'll be importing in my program. So I'll just import. You can also type it. So I'm just typing it off. So I'll be just using that link. You can also just copy paste it. Let me copy paste. So after this, I'll be giving some numbers: 200, 300, 400, 100, 600, 700, 800. So this is the error which I have to use at symbol firstly. So after once, so this link I'll be giving in my description, so that you can get from my description, and even you can use in your codings. So now I'll be creating star. I'll be giving it as margin 0, padding 0. Then I'll be giving box sizing as border box. Next, font family, I'm going to use poppies. So now I'll be styling for the body to enter our container. So body, display, I'll be giving it as flex. So flex box is used to center the content. Next I'll be justifying the content as center, and I'm going to align elements in center. Then minimum height I'll be giving it as 100 VH. Next, background color I'll be using it as After creating a body, now let's style the container and the drops. So I have created a class name called container. So I'll be using dot container. Then inside this I'll be giving a position relative. Then display as a flex. Justify content as center. Align items, I'll be giving it as center. Flex paper, I'll be giving it as paper. This is also non-optional. If you want, you can use it. Padding, I'll be giving it of 50 px 0. Gap, this gap is required when you create 2 to 3 water drops. For right now we are just creating one, so that we don't need any of the gaps between the water drops. So now let's create a design for the drops. For that we have used under the container. So we're going to give container dot drops. So I have used capital D drops. Then again we are going to style here position relative, width 350 px, height 350 px. So each drop has a fixed width and height with 350 px. Box shadow, and I'm going to use a box shadow to create a unique glowing effect. So now let's create which have a unique glowing effect. So I'll be giving 20 px, 20 px, 20 px. Then I'm going to use RGB 254 140 0. So guys can see from the output how it looks. After this I'll be just giving it off another color like 25 px, 25 p, 25 px. I'm using 35 px, let's use, and let's use 20 px. Then RGB, I'm just using 136. This is a color code which I am using, 255 and 0. So this is how it looks. You can see in an output how I am using it. So again I am just giving another color. I'll be using 3 types of colors over here. So another color I'm just giving it off. RGB, and I'm going to use a color code for this also. 430 So after this, using the color code for this 255, 255, 0.1. So after creating the shadow, we will just add the transaction for smoothing the animation when you hover. So let's use transaction as 0.5. Yes, in out. This I'm just giving it a display place. Justify content as center. Align items as center. Now we will define different shapes for the drops using the border radius property. Okay, we will give some shapes for our water drops. So let's use shape as container, drops and child of 1. We have only one child. So when you have a different types of 3 or 4 water drops, then you can use the number of childs like 1, 2, 3. So just now I will be having a 1 water drop, so that one I am going to give a border radius. So border radius I will be giving it off like 0%, 100%. Percentage, 45%, 55%, 39%. See, we will make all this in a center. We will bring all that in a center. So we'll give a proper shape for this. So I'll just change a shape 100%, 0%, 40%, 60%, slash 42%, 62%, 38%, then 58%. Okay, so like this you can use your water drops. Now after creating a water drop shape using border radius, in an output you can see that heading, emojis, paragraphs and the linking which is outside of the water drops. This we were going to shape, or we will bring all the heading paragraphs in a center of a water drop. So we are going to use contain. This class name we will use and we just give a styling for that. So I use dot container, then drops, then I'll be using contain. So inside this I'll be giving a style position relative, display I'll be giving flex, justify content I'll be giving it as center, align elements center, flex directions columns, padding 40 px. So we bought all the headings, paragraphs and emojis center of a water drops. So once this is done, we're just going to style our heading paragraph, and we are going to give a style for the link. So link name called as my emoji. For that also we are going to give a style. So firstly I am going to style heading dot container dot drops dot contain h1. So for h1 I am going to give a style. So relative, then width 80px, height 80px, border radius I'll be giving 60%, box shadow 2px, 5px, 10px, then RGBA, and I'll be specifying the color. Same thing I'll be copying. Give here minus. Here I'll be changing the color. I'll be specifying 255, 255, 255, comma 1. px, 15px, 10px, RGBA 0.5. Same thing we will copy, comma, paste, just change here, we give here 10, 15, and here I'll be doing 0.025, 0.025. So next is display flex, justify content as center, font size I'll be giving 2 em, then color I'll be using where CLR, which I have used in my front end. Here I have used the styling and I have given the color for this. So CLR is used for setting a color. So for example, if you use 2 to 3 water drops, then you can use a different colors, different colors you can use for your water drops. So for that I have used CLR for setting one color. So this color I'll be just using here. So color, where is CLR? Okay, so this color I just used it. So same thing we can copy for H2, and just you need to change here the name called H2. Just mention there H2, then the style will all be same. Next we are going to style this linking, my emoji. So that we are going to give style container blocks content position relative padding 10 px, 25 px. Background, I'll be using background same which I've used. Giving color, white, border radius I will be giving 25 px, font weight 800, text shadow 0, 2px, 2px, RGBA 0,0,0,0,0. Next, opacity I'll be giving 0.75, transaction 0.5. So next I'll be creating for overing. So I'll be giving same, copy, paste, and just giving over. So opacity I will give 1. So after this, let's give styling for the paragraph. So container drops paragraph. So I'm going to give color. You can give any color, but I'm using black only. Font weight 600. So finally we have created and given a style for our water drops. So let's see our output. So this is how it looks, our output, and if you open, it's going to brighten the color. So finally this is the output which you are seeing. And if you guys have really enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon for more web development tutorials, and thank you for watching. If you guys have any doubt in this coding, if you face any errors, so please make sure that you comment your questions or comment your doubts in the comment section, so that I will be replying to you guys, and I'll be solving the problems also, which all errors you're going to face. Thank you for watching.